about you, but I'm tired of buying gifts for all those events. And I've stopped. Upcycle art. And it's taking stuff that is old and making it new again.
If you're a shopaholic, you now can be a swapaholic.
If anybody wants to.
With all the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, it's easy to get caught up in the presents. Excuse me, I've never sneezed on air before, but that's one thing that happens Christmas time. It's cold out there and we sneeze. I was saying that we get caught up in the presents and the parties, but one man is determined to teach his daughters a very important lesson, that it isn't material things that matter. This man, this American, wants his family to get back to what he feels the holidays are supposed to be about. Not material stuff, but spending quality time with the people you love. And that's why he has said no to gifts and yes to memories. And it's an idea that is catching on fast. I personally love it. Joining me now is that man, Greg Hanscom, senior editor, grist.org. Greg, tell us why you decided to do this and what was the reaction of your daughters?
Well, you know, my wife and I have moved 3 times in the last 5 years. And each time we've moved, you know, you have to box up all of your stuff and ship it across the country or across town. And you have this realization of just how much junk accumulates in your life over the course of a couple of years, young kids especially. So this year we decided we were going to set out to have the best Christmas ever. And I'm going to do it without buying any presents for my young daughter. The girls were a little skeptical at first, but actually they've really gotten into it. I'm amazed.
You know what? I did the same thing. I sent an email to my relatives and said, I love you very much, and you don't have to get me anything to show me that you love me. I love you, and hopefully you'll understand that I'm not going to get you anything. And that the reason for me doing it was that I've been seeing more and more of the environmental destruction and the vast majority of our overconsumption that creates all the plastic showing up in the stomachs of birds and all the climate change that is responsible for making Hurricane Sandy worse than it had to be and hurting those people on Staten Island and the coast of New Jersey and Long Island. I don't want to be a part of that, Greg. I want to be part of the solution, and a good percentage, something like 40% of our overconsumption occurs between Thanksgiving and New Year's, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a number for you. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates that Americans generate over 100 million tons of extra garbage just during the holiday season. So it's absurd. There's a study out of UCLA recently that found that 3/4 of the garages in this country are so full of junk that there's not room for a car. Okay, it's reached sort of, you know, absurd proportions. And you realize this stuff sort of day to day living with 2 small kids. You know, there are days when I need a broom and a linebacker to clear away through the junk just to get through my house. And I know these gifts are well-meaning, and we love the folks who give them. But at some point, you just have to say, you know, enough is enough. And let's find more creative and meaningful ways to celebrate the